Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Naim Ramzi. Today I will present about my topic, which is environment protection. For this topic, we have introduction, analysis, summary, and comparison. First is introduction. In this project, we want to analyze 3 articles from different sources so that we may better grasp the problems with business ethics. We have discussed environmental protection, which raise several moral dilemmas. We have picked the 3 papers that we use to further our research on this subject. Next is analysis. I have found 3 articles with same publisher and different author and date. First article is Renewable and Sustainable Energy Reviews. Second is Review and Challenges of Policies of Environmental Protection and Sustainable Development in China. And last article is the role of green finance in environmental protection. 2 aspects of market mechanism and policies. Next is summary. For the first article, which is renewable and sustainable energy reviews. Summarized about this topic is a comprehensive literature survey of major renewable energy gadgets for domestic and industry application, such as solar water heaters, solar cookers, dryers, wind energy, biogas technology, biomass gasifiers, improved cook stove, and biodiesel was made. The review gives an overview of the development and scope of CO2, mitigation for clean and sustainable development, solar drying of agricultural produce has good potential for energy conservation in developing nations. Biodiesel made from non-edible vegetable oil reduce carbon dioxide emissions and petroleum consumption when used in place of conventional diesel. Wind energy also presents good potential for minimizing greenhouse gas where it is available. Improved cook stove provide a better kitchen environment. Environment for rural women and improve their health standards. Second, summarize is review and challenges of policies of environmental protection and sustainable development in China. China started its environmental protection in the 1970 with industrial pollution control and prevention policy. Despite efforts, pollution remains serious and ecological deterioration is aggravated. If GDP growth continues at near 80% in the short to medium term future, urbanization continues and accelerates, and industrialization continues to move towards more highly transformed products. The scope and dimension of the environmental agenda will become more complex. It is necessary and very important to take integrated measures and actions to meet the great challenges and complex issues. It should also promote the adjustment of economic structure, strategy adjustment to cut industry with high depletion resource, policy reformation of natural resources, and encouraging the development of an environmental industry to provide technology support for environmental protection. To implement principles emphasizing both pollution prevention and ecological conservation, China's government and the various departments need to strengthen their investment and policy innovation. It is important to enforce capacity building for sustainable development and strengthen market promotion and public participation. Last is the role of green finance in environmental protection, two aspects of market mechanism and policies. A lot of study are concerned with green finance market effect and influence on environment. First, green finance market is credit intermediary of environmental protections capital movement. It adopts the way of solving together and allocate funds and mandates the capital shortage of business and residents. In addition, green finance market can improve productivity through financial institutions handling monetary funds. Currency funds movement promotes commoditized trading according to the market demands, bonds various factors of production rapidly and forms new productivity. Green finance market is one of the most important levers regarding to macroeconomic regulation and control. Capital supply can adjust social total demand. Through the financial leverage effect, green finance market can adjust the size, speed, and structure of economic development. For the last part is comparison. What we can look here is about different of these three article contents. For the first article that I've explained before, it is more about renewable and sustainable energy technology, policies and systems are published in the peer-reviewed academic journal Renewable and Sustainable Energy Reviews. Solar energy, wind energy, hydropower, geothermal energy, bioenergy, energy storage, energy efficiency, and energy policy are just a few of the many themes covered by the journal. The magazine intends to offer a forum of for academics, engineers, decision makers, and other interested parties to exchange knowledge, viewpoints, and practical knowledge in the area of renewable and sustainable energy. The journal is regarded as one of the top journals in the area of renewable and sustainable energy and has a high impact factor. It is printed and internet accessible and was published by Elsevier. Next articles review and challenges of policy of environmental protection and sustainable development. Over the years, China has established a number of measures for environmental protection and sustainable development. To meet the nation's long-term environment and sustainable development goals, there are still issues that need to be solved. For a long time, China has suffered from air, water, and soil pollution, which has negative effects on human health and the ecosystem. The government has taken action to lessen pollution, including boosting the use of renewable energy source and enforcing emission rules for industry and automobiles. To address the issue, more work must be done. Another significant issue in China's reliance on coal for energy generation. Almost 60% of the nation's energy needs are met by coal, and the associated greenhouse gas emissions have a sizable impact on climate change. The government has established goals to use more renewable energy and less coal, but these goals have not been met quickly. Last comparison is the role of green finance in environmental protection, two aspects of mechanisms and policies. The terms green finance describes the funding of programs and projects that help the transition to a low carbon, resource efficient economy and advance environmental sustainability. By providing funds for the development and implementation of sustainable technologies, infrastructure and practice, it plays a significant role in environmental protection. Market mechanism and policies are the two components of green finance that can help safeguard the environment. First, market mechanism such as carbon markets and green bonds give businesses and organizations financial incentives to cut their carbon emission and engage in sustainable activities. The right to emit a specific amount of greenhouse gas is represented by carbon credits, which are traded by businesses on carbon markets. Carbon markets incentive businesses to cut emissions and spend money on technologies by putting a price on carbon. On the other hand, green bonds are that instruments that are released to finance initiatives that have positive environmental impacts. Green bonds can encourage private investment in environmental conservation by supplying a fresh source of funding for green initiatives. Environmental protection and the promotion of green finance can both be supported by policies such as legislation and subsidies. Governments can enact laws that compel businesses to acknowledge their environmental impact or establish goals for cutting their carbon emissions. These rules may offer investors more openness and details about a company's environmental performance, which may help investor focus their money on sustainable projects. That's all for me. Thank you.